Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show, and the family sanctuary is made up of every room in the house. And when it comes to the bathroom, it happens to be the entire family's piece of heaven. So here to give us all the tips and the tricks to creating harmony in shared spaces are the expert. We have registered counsellors Sadia Southgate and home stager and designer Mandy Evard. It's so great to have both of you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Sadia, I'm going to start off with you because I think this is probably the biggest challenge when a family has to share a bathroom. How can we make sure that everyone has access in the mornings? Because we know the getting ready period it means someone gets to sleep later, and you know, coordinating the schedule is always a tricky one if the entire family has to share the bathroom. And how can they communicate those needs properly?
And I think the key word that you use there, it's always tricky, because the tricky part in using the bathroom in the morning is that it's such a rush because everybody basically leaves or may leave home at the same time. So it's like who gets to use the bathroom first, and that can also create miscommunication and frustration within the home and disrupt also the environment within the home. So one of the suggestions that I would say is to try and prepare as much as you can either the night prior or to set up a roster as a family. So specifically not to put it inside the bathroom, but to leave it outside of the bathroom so that everybody can be on the same page, and that way you alleviating miscommunication or any basically need for frustration or conflict that may happen within the home. So to have that structure and roster up so that everybody's on the same page, everybody's communicating, and that way everybody knows who's needing the bathroom at what time.
And that's a great idea. It just shouts Big Bang Theory, Sheldon's schedule. Everyone had to know when to go to the bathroom, and that's his little allocated slot. So that's a good idea.
Definitely.
Mandy, I have my best friend. She's an accountant, and she, before kids, had everything in its place, every color matching. Now that there are kids involved, it's just toys everywhere, and she is just struggling to cope with getting some organization for when she wants to use the bathroom. What tips do you have as, you know, an expert in this field to make sure that the bathroom can stay organized so that if mom wants to take a nice relaxing bath, she's not sitting on a little toy duck?
Okay, so when you've got a lot of people involved, you need to be organized. Storage is a fantastic thing. I always say categorize all your different items. So you'll have your hair products in one, you'll have your toiletries in another, you'll have maybe a basket with your loo paper on that side. But you need to do it so that everybody knows where to find everything. So a good way as well for children is to have color coordination. So even if you've got little ones, you can have different colors, and they know, and it must be accessible to them, so it must be lower. So they know that those items go in the red box or into the tall box, or, you know, you can differentiate like that. So storage is very, very important. And there's different ways that you can do it where, especially in a small bathroom, that instead of having all your towels piled up onto a rail, rather have hooks and things. Otherwise, you can have a basket with your towels rolled up on the floor where the kids can also access them. So that makes it a lot easier. And you can also have, each person can have their own sort of container. So it makes it easier for them to know where to put it back, which is also, it alleviates clutter.
And that's what we want to avoid, is clutter, especially in a shared bathroom.
Yes, and bathrooms are not the biggest rooms, so they need to be organized.
Definitely. Now, Sadia, we just heard bathrooms are not the biggest rooms, which also means etiquette, bathroom etiquette is so important. For me, it's like if a boy uses the toilet, that seat needs to go back down. Girls, if you brush your hair, you need to clean up the floor afterwards. How important is it to have bathroom etiquette, especially in a family environment with littles growing up, teaching them those fundamentals, but also to have these tough conversations when you feel like, hang on, we're not keeping to the schedule here?
I think for most women, as you said, Zoe, is the toilet seat needs to be down. That's like key. And, you know, it's just to keeping it dry and keeping it clean as well. So it's the simplest things that matter, whether it is closing the door when using the bathroom, putting up the towel after usage, using the air freshener as well is essential, opening the window. It's all of these little things, replacing the toilet paper. All of these things needs to be enforced in order to create kind of that fairness and consideration for everybody within the home, and that way everybody again is on the same page. So it's not like, oh no, I didn't know that I needed to do this. But the toilet, putting the toilet seat down is very important.
And I mean, at the end of the day, I've been to, you know, you go to businesses and then they have all these things like basic etiquette on the back of the window of when to flush, and I'm like, but that should be things people know
Yes,
already.
precisely,
Yeah.
precisely. And I think that those reminders are always just there as well, because sometimes people just do what they need to do, and then because life is busy essentially, so those reminders are always just like, okay, now I know I need to do this and I need to do that. So this reminders definitely is a help for those people that may forget unintentionally.
Yeah, I love this. Mandy, just quickly to finish it off, I think for people sharing the bathroom, having some individuality and personalization is so important. Do you have a top tip for families that are sharing a bathroom, space is limited, but everyone wants to make it their little piece of haven?
I think if you communicate and find out what everybody wants, you can get an idea as to how to actually decorate the bathroom and what sort of things you need to have in the bathroom so that everybody's happy. And you need to do it on a regular basis. And try and coordinate. So if you've got little children or teenage children, make sure that whatever their ideals are and what they value in a bathroom is kind of in line with yours, so that everybody's on the same page and everybody knows how to do things. And also, as you've just explained, you need to communicate and enforce habits. And I think that creates a happy medium.
Definitely. Well, Sadia, Mandy, thank you for joining us today and sharing your wisdom. And for you, you have all of the tips and tricks to create that perfect shared family space. TWINSAVER is giving you one better. In fact, you can win a chance to win one of 10 bathroom makeovers worth 30,000 Rand each. Now, to find out more, visit twinsaver.co.za for more info.